Welcome to a reality where Liverpool Football Club are crumbling. Fenway Sports Group found guilty of just about every financial crime under the sun. They'd been cooking the books, and Liverpool have been forced to suffer. Relegated to League 2 effective immediately. Every loan move terminated, along with the contracts of the club's best players. So it's going to be a long journey back to the top for Liverpool Football Club. We have got a hole to dig ourselves out of if we're going to get ourselves back to Premier League champions. Financially hamstrung for Liverpool's standards, we need to be very smart about who we bring in these first few seasons. Signing number one after hitting square base again is Connor Taylor, centre back. And we're also going to sign the Australian centre midfielder here, Jake Holman, joining us from MacArthur. It is going to be £1 million for the Australian. And for now, that's all we're going to be able to do. I'm working on converting Neoni to a centre attacking midfielder. Gordon's going to become a right midfielder. But we need to lean heavily on the guys that decided to stay at Liverpool and focus on dragging ourselves out of League 2, getting the foundations right once again at Anfield and fixing this horrible mess. 1st of January, we sit in one of the automatic spots. This is exactly where I want it to be. The quicker we can bounce back and get out of League 2, the better. I converted Tyler Morton to a centre midfielder. He's already gone up to a 76 overall, which is insane. Valued at 9.5 mil, I could probably get over close to the 12 million mark. Honestly, number one, he's too good for this division. Number two, I want to use him to invest in the rest of the squad. Probably would be a good move to hold on to him for the long term, but I want to get us out of this financial hole and I want to make sure we are stable long term. Let's sell Tyler Morton on and pick ourselves up 5 future superstars. And there we go, Tyler Morton. It could have been a great relationship, but I think this is the best for both parties. He gets a big move back into one of the top flight leagues, and we get £11.9 million. First things first, we are going in for a centre midfield replacement. We are kind of limited on the leagues that we can purchase in, being in League 2. And this might be a controversial signing, given who his dad is, but Charlie Savage is coming to Liverpool. From there, I've gone and got the best possible coaches I can get, a couple of 5-star, a couple of 4-star guys floating around. Another starter follows as we pick up Brazilian Kaiki from the Spanish 2nd Division. I would like for us to beef up the squad depth as well, though. Get a few players in every position that we can either sell on or just make us feel more comfortable that we're not going to be playing goalkeepers at striker if we get injuries. And striker is the first position I look to upgrade. Samson Tavide joining us from Colchester. And the English centre midfielder Jake Kane joins us from Swindon. And that's how I'm going to keep it. I don't think it's the worst strategy in the world to pocket a little more of that Tyler Morton money for next year. We didn't win the league, but we are out of League 2, and for me, that's all that matters. I just want to get us back to the Premier League and back to being a successful, dominant club in Europe as quickly as possible. Promoted to League 1 opens up a whole new array of talent that we can try signing. Hopefully, this is the start of the return to glory for Liverpool. Man City win the FA Cup. We went out in the 2nd round to Barnsley. Villa get their revenge and win the Carabao Cup. Another 2nd round exit there. Bradford City win the BSM trophy. And Bradford City will also be joining us in League 1. Jayden Dans, oh my god. This is what I'm excited about. Some of these young Liverpool players that decided to stick with us could become club legends. They're already club legends for not abandoning the club. But if they can help return Liverpool to the glory days, players like Jayden Dans, this could be incredible. +7 growth and dynamic player potential is about to go insane. Lewis Kumas, I don't know if he's going to want to stay at the club, bro. He's already a 75 overall. +7 growth. These guys getting to play in League 2 and get dynamic player potential is not going to be fair. Excited for a full season of Charlie Savage, +3 growth in the second half of the year. Very happy with the young core we have. Let's keep building, fellas, and make sure, most importantly, we don't get relegated back down to League 2. Keep moving up. I've gone for a bit of a different strategy to start this second season. I have gone absolutely buck wild with free agency. I've scouted and found some of the best regen players in free agency, signed them up to the club. I'm going to be throwing them basically all on loan, trying to find 2-year loan moves. My thought process is when they come back from the loans, I'm either going to sell them on or get them into the starting 11. I've signed about 15 players. If I can sell each of them for £1 million, for example, that's an extra £15 15 million pounds for hopefully when we're in the championship. If one or two of them do pretty well, that could be like 2 or 3 mil. Like, we could easily make 30 million pounds from this adventure. I think getting that 30 million pounds is going to easily take us to the next level and speed up the process of this rebuild massively. However, I will be letting this Guilherme Costa fella into the starting 11, 72 overall Brazilian left back. Looks like a bit of a stud. I will, however, be selling somebody from the starting 11, just one permanent departure. It is for Nat Phillips. I want to go in for an upgrade at the centre back role. Nat Phillips, 28 years of age, sold to Eibar. We will be heading to the Spanish second division to get ourselves a new starting centre back. It is Juan Herzog. Basically had to use the rest of the Tyler Morton money plus a little bit of our budget from the start of this year, but this dude is immediately going to make us one of the best teams in League One. I'm pushing for back-to-back promotions. I think we have it in us. 21 years of age, 74 overall. Juan Herzog, welcome to Liverpool. 6.5 million pounds spent on him, more than I wanted to spend at this stage, but I also didn't expect to have this type of money. Let the loans begin, lads. I don't want to show you every single one. First cab off the rank, though, is Sasha Kosh, 2 years, moving up a division to Coventry. The 2-year plan has been enacted, though. All of these guys off on 2 years. This is, I'm hoping, gonna make us stupid rich for our level. But heading into League One, this is what the squad looks like, and I'm hoping we can make a push for double promotions. Goal number one is do not get relegated, but if we can find ourselves pushing for promotion, I will be a happy man. I want to see, though, where did the Liverpool superstars end up? I had to release them, contracts terminated, EFL ruling. Mo Salah, where did he go? Did he finally go to the Saudi League? He went to Juventus. How about, let's go Cody Gakpo. Gakpo went to Manchester City. Alisson went to Bayer Leverkusen. McAllister, where did the Argentine go? Aston Villa. No wonder they're winning silverware in Season 1. Big Virgil van Dijk, 34 years of age, off to Napoli, linking up with KDB. And finally, let's take a look at Gravenberch. There are so many players that we could take a look at, but let's go see where Gravenberch ended up. Manchester United. Oh, that would be drama. Back to back, baby. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I'm not surprised that we've had back-to-back promotions. The real challenge is about to begin as we get ready for life in the championship. But back-to-back automatic promotions just hits differently. The annoying part, as annoying as this situation can get, is that we didn't win the league title, though. We came second in League 2, second in League 1. All automatic, though. Arsenal win the FA Cup. We went out in the 4th round of Swansea. Man City beat Fulham in the Carabao. Yeah, nothing worth saying there. I'm shocked that we didn't win the BSM trophy, though. Bristol City win that. We didn't even make it to the damn quarterfinals. We lost to Crawley on penalties in the 3rd round. What are we doing? And Oxford United will be joining us in the championship next year. I am amped to see how the 2-year experiment goes. So far, all right. Haas +1. No growth for Posh. +1 for Montez. This is not going the way I expected it to. +2 Larson, +2 Kosh. They're getting slow growth, but I wanted somebody to explode. Ramos +1, Caballero +1, Nezovic +1, Coles +1. Oh my god, man. It's the guys that are playing in the squad are actually getting decent growth, but sending them out on loan, they're going to need some big second years. Unless you are Luke Chambers, who goes up +5 on loan at Benfica. But for the guys that are here, Jaden Dan's another insane season. I love Dynamic Play Potential. Was one of my favorite additions in career mode history because Jaden Danz is about to become one of the world's best strikers if he continues at this rate. Jake Holman, 19 goals, his 30 goal contributions. Cade Gordon at a 74. Lewis Kumas. Oh my god, is at an 80 as we enter the championship. The growth from some of these lads is off the chain. More money, but more pressure ahead. Bring on the championship. We're in the championship. We have some players that are on their way to being superstars. We have other positions where we probably need some players to bridge the gap. I want players that are going to help us not only survive in the championship, but get us out of the championship. But I'm also not trying to blow the whole budget. First signing is at the attacking midfield role for the Danish attacking midfielder Frokjær. Mads Frokjær? I don't know how fully to say Danish names, but I'm going with that. 5 mil from Preston. I had hopes that Charlie Taylor was going to become a club legend, but he was quickly phased out of the squad. Connor Taylor. Tidy little profit, 1.5 mil to Hull. Some of our stars are getting big time offers though. Man United want Fernandez. Chelsea, oh my god, that is a massive offer for Lewis Kumas. If we don't get promoted this year, I honestly might have no option but to sell him. And Borussia Dortmund, they have an eye for talent. They come in for Jadon Danns. He's still got plenty of time, though. He is probably best staying in the championship. I am going to cash in on Lucas Stevenson, though. I was tempted to keep him in here, but I think we can make a big upgrade now. And for £5.5 million to send him north to Glasgow, I'm okay with that. Marcos Ramos heading on loan to Sunderland. Another year, another loan spell in Portugal for Luke Chambers. Whilst Trey and Yoni also heading to Portugal on loan. Here we go, fellas. We get ourselves our new right back. I'm very excited with this one. Picking up a player from the French league. It is the South Korean Hwang Jae-won, 575 overall. I cannot speak English today. Hwang Jae-won, our new starter. Only a C, are you kidding me? This is a solid looking championship squad. Hwang Jae-won already goes up to a 76. Fernandez up to a 79. Dude, we are honestly going to be in the picture, I feel like, for promotion to the Premier League. Triple promotion would be absolutely insane. And I have kept some money in the back pocket, so I'm prepared to make some additions in January to make sure it happens. We are in the hunt. Okay, it's not as straightforward as previous years. Leeds United are absolutely killing it. They are 13 points ahead of Burnley. We are in the mix, though. 4 points off automatics. We could easily fall out of the playoffs, though. We need to make sure we are reinforcing this squad. That's crazy that both Liverpool and Everton are in the championship now. You know what? I'm happy with the starting 11 right now. We've got about £4 million left in our budget. I was debating selling Holman and going for an upgrade at centre midfield, but I want to keep him in the squad for now. So I'm going to focus on the squad depth a little bit. We're bringing in the Hungarian centre-back, Cornel Sukes from Plymouth Argyle. Damn, bro. Just checking in halfway with some of the loan players. This is not going exactly the way I expected it to. Some players going okay, but nobody going insane. We have missed out on automatic promotion by 13 points. Leeds United absolutely dominated. We have finished 4th in the championship, and if we want 3 promotions in a row, we're going to have to do it via the playoffs. Semi-finals against Sheffield United. All right, away at Bramall Lane for the first leg of the playoffs. Kumas up to an 84. Fernandez at an 84 as well. If we don't get promoted this year, we might lose both of these guys, because they're not going to want to stay in the championship when they're that higher rated. Come on, lads, we need to win. We win 2-1. Kumas, he wants to be in the Premier League with Liverpool. 2-1 win. We need to make sure we get the win here at Anfield, or even a draw. Just do not lose this game against Sheffield United. Get ourselves to Wembley and hope that Burnley lost, because they are so much higher rated than us. All right, 2-1 up. Get us to Wembley. We draw. That's fine. Gordon is going to win it for us in the 89th minute. Gordon sends us to Wembley in the 89th minute. That is perfect. Damn, bro. Burnley won 4-1 against Hull. So it is going to be Liverpool versus Burnley in the championship playoff final. Neutral venue. Wembley Stadium. Can we get ourselves back to the Premier League? Triple promotions with Liverpool. It's what has been done by many big clubs when they've had financial restrictions. Juventus went down to the lower leagues, got themselves back up to Serie A within record time. Rangers in Scotland. Can Liverpool join the mix? Against Burnley, we lose! Oh no! It goes to extra time. Brownhill is going to get a brace. Burnley are heading to the Premier League. Oh no. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff. Another year in the championship. Looking on the upside, Jadon Danns is killing it. It gives him another opportunity, another season to continue improving his dynamic player potential. 30 goals this year. If he can get another year of that, he is going to be primed. Jake Holman, the captain, the Australian, having a great season. Cade Gordon, a solid season from him. Charlie Savage slowing down a little bit. Juan Herzog up to an 80. Kumas, he's 84 rated, but his performances on the field aren't that insane. I mean, the lads off on loan did okay. Nothing insane. I'm going to have to... Jarradha could be a shout to join the starting 11. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board next year. Really sort through this squad as to which of these regen free agents I keep or cash in on. And I'm making sure I sign Lewis Kumas on a big contract now for our standards so I can cash in on that next year. We are going to have ourselves a busy window, but I hope this is the window that's going to get us into the Premier League. The lads have come back. About half of them still have statuses, potential to be special, exciting prospects. So the guys that have that, I'm going to look for loans and look to try to fulfill that potential. But then, yeah, a bunch of them I am going to be selling. Unfortunately, Gonzalo Fernandez and Luis Kumas are too good for the championship. I'm going to transfer list these guys, trying to keep it somewhat realistic. If there was an 84 rated player in the championship, they're not going to stay there for 2 years. They would have every big club in world football circling them. And well, we're going to have a lot of money. Liverpool Football Club no longer in debt after this transfer. Man City have paid £72 million for Gonzalo Fernandez. Holy hell. And immediately on the next day, I'm going in and getting his goalkeeper replacement. It is a -6 overall change. Obviously, we're in the championship. I can't go out there and get the best of the best. I can't go get the world's best goalkeepers into the club when we're in the championship. So I'm trying to get a bunch of guys that are close to the 80 marker on every transfer to give us the best chance of getting into the Premier League and hopefully having a lot of leftover money once we're there to go absolutely berserk. Cal Santos, a Brazilian goalkeeper, joining us. We have collected him, the next Alisson from Eintracht Frankfurt. And we've done a deal with Cesc Fabregas to sign the Austrian midfield Matthias Braunoda from Como. 79 rated, keeping on theme. Santi Caballero returning to Argentina on a permanent transfer. And Navarrete will be staying in English football, heading to Wales though with Swansea. Bojan Nezovic, 2-year loan to Montpellier. Okay, I've sent Sasta Kosh on loan, but I cannot keep my composure because I've just accepted a monster offer. I'm hoping it goes through because you guys are about to see us become a monster club again. Luis Avila, 2-year loan to Hellas Verona. That's not the big deal. Guillermo Saez moves to Stoke permanently. Jules Derrida heads on loan to Brentford. This is the big deal. We've just sold Luis Kumas to Arsenal, £146 million. That is off its face. In 2 sales this year, we have made £210 million. Oh my God. Imagine if we get promoted this year. You couple getting that money and spending, I only intend on spending like 25-30% of it at max. If we can win the league and get that Premier League money along with that money that we had from these sales, we're going to be able to have a spending spree next year. That is what I'm banking on. I mean, I'm intending on having a spending spree this season, but we're going to have enough, I feel like. I genuinely think if we play our cards right, we can achieve our goal of winning a Premier League with Liverpool in the next 3 or 4 seasons. But yeah, the big step is actually getting to the Premier League. I'm going to make a left wing replacement. It's a 6 overall downgrade, but it's still very good given the position we're in. Nicolo Cambiaghi joining us from Bologna. Jack Rodoni joins as our new attacking midfielder from Coventry. I'm actually going to give Chambers the starting left back spot back. So I'm going to send Costa on a 2-year loan to France. Jesus, we are getting some big offers for Jadon Danns, but I want to keep him at the club. Let's see if we can fend off these big clubs. Rafa Bustos heading to Werder Bremen. Tito Montez, 2-year loan to Paris FC. Alexander Haas making a permanent move to the MLS. And to end what has been an insane window, Larson heads on loan to Hull. I want us absolutely wiping the floor in the championship this year. I want us promoted basically by the 1st of January. Cambiaghi, slight knock, but he'll be right. It's only a couple of days out. But the starting 11 looks insane. This starting 11 could survive in the Premier League. Let's win the championship, get Liverpool back to the Premier League, and enter with a full head of steam. Oh my God. I simulated to the end of the season, went and did some stuff around the house while it's simulated because this game takes so damn long to simulate through seasons, but I fully expected us to not even lose a game in the championship this year. We didn't even automatically get promoted. We are going to have to go through the playoffs now. Norwich, Luton, Hull. And it is our Merseyside rivals, Everton, who finish above us and get promoted to the Premier League. Arsenal win the FA Cup. City win the Carabao. We beat Hull 4-1 on aggregate. And for the 2nd straight year, we're heading to Wembley Stadium. If we lose in the playoff final again, I am going to cry. We are heading... Bro, that is not comfortable. That is not a comfortable playoff final, but we have got ourselves to the Premier League. Wasn't as dominant as I expected, but we win. Jadon Danns, I hoped for more growth from him, but he does get 29 goals. Cade Gordon is the real growth getter this season, though. Entering the Premier League looking like an absolute stud, 84 overall. +2 growth for Savage. Decent year from Cambiaghi, but he gets no growth at all. Nor does Rodoni. Come on, man. Chambers gets +2. We're going to have some interesting questions and a lot of money to spend once we get into the Premier League next year. No growth for Costa at Lille. +2 Derrida. +2 Bustos. +1 Nezovic. This experiment, it's going okay, but not nearly as beneficial as I'd hoped. No growth for Avila. +2 for Kosh, +1 for Larson, +2 for Montez. It's okay, but all that matters is that we have got Liverpool from bankrupt, relegated, and we have rebuilt them now to a Premier League club again. But the job is still alive. We need to win a Premier League title with Liverpool, and I'm coming out the gates in Season 5 trying to do the insane. But most of all, I just want to survive relegation in this first year. Oh my god, man. Saving that money from the 2 transfers last year and getting promoted via the most expensive game, the most rich game in world football, worked wonders. We've got £272 million as we enter the Premier League. Are we the most loaded team to ever enter the Premier League? I'm going berserk this year. I want to make sure, obviously, that we don't get relegated, but we can have potentially a crack at completing the rebuild in Season 5. When I drew up the concept of this video, I thought this was going to be a 10-season minimum. It still might take us 5 years in the Premier League, but I'm going year from year with the hope that we can do it. Also, you guys want to know what's right behind me right now? You guys haven't seen Lucha on the channel for a minute. What's up, man? Expose his ass. But it is only right that we bring a former Liverpool player back to the club. It fits the need nicely. I want a world-class centre-back into the squad. So to begin season number 5 and life back into the Premier League, it is Sepp Vandenberg. Once again, a player at Anfield. We bring him in from Strasbourg for £34 million. Another Dutchman joining us, Jaden Oosterwelde, makes the move from Red Bull Leipzig. I was debating holding off at the left wing role, but I wasn't that impressed last year. And I figure we just need to go in for an upgrade now. From a 79, 27-year-old to an 82, 25-year-old, it is the Brazilian winger Kevin. Once again doing a deal with Cesc Fabregas. The exciting winger joins us from Como for 34.4 mil. A lot of the guys want out of the club though. Players like Mads Frokjær, where I promised them growth and game time and they just got put to the side. I understand they want to leave. So I'm happy to come to a deal. Mads Frokjær heading to Real Betis. And then some guys I just want out of the club to boost the aggregate rating of the squad. Harvey Davies is one of the guys that falls victim to that as he heads to Oviedo. Rafa Bustos heads home to Argentina. Reece Williams, our initial starting centre-back, it is time to say goodbye. A trip to Turkey for him. Jake Holman was absolutely terrific for us, but again, he's the guy that isn't getting enough game time. If this transfer happened in real life, I would be losing my shit. The Australian joins Fulham for just under £10 million. I'd be buying his jersey with his name on it for sure. James Norris heads to Poland, and Jake Kane, permanent transfer to the Netherlands. So this is the lineup that we enter the Premier League with. We've got an insane starting 11. Few questions of like where we could upgrade. Like we could definitely make some upgrades in January. Our bench and our reserves are pretty damn stacked. I'm hoping we're going to be a mile away from the relegation battle this year. Hoping near the Premier League title race. That would be very nice. But the most exciting part, we still have £196 million to spend in January. I just don't know where I want to spend it. So we're going to take the next couple months to figure that out and go hard in January. All right, maybe I was a little too overambitious. I mean, we're not near the relegation zone. We are sitting 13, 12 points clear of Bournemouth. We're on 28 and Tottenham are on 42. So I don't think we're doing either. I think we just try pushing up maybe for even Champions League. That could be a nice ambition to get us more money for next year and just keep building this Liverpool squad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign Isaac Price as a backup centre midfielder, the Northern Irishman joining us from West Brom. That leaves us with about £180 million. I'm going in for one player. I'm going to go in for one of the world's best attacking midfielders. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Cole Palmer. Now, before you lose your head saying, why, that's not realistic. Cole Palmer's at Chelsea. He would never leave. Like, why would you? That doesn't make sense. I didn't get him from Chelsea. I got Cole Palmer from Atalanta. £130 million for the Englishman, 90 overall. That is a +9 upgrade at the attacking midfield role. Cole Palmer, an F. Dude, they're done me dirty here. I don't care. Cole Palmer, welcome to Liverpool. That is not the impact I expected from Cole Palmer. We have had an incredibly mediocre second half of the year. We dropped down a position. We weren't even close. Like the gap between us in 9th and 7th when the January 1st window opened to now is ridiculous. 10th in the Premier League with Liverpool. We survived relegation. That's most important in this first year. but I thought we could have easily gone for a top 4 spot. Man City win the league on 75 points. Yeah, we've got like a 26-point deficit to overcome if we want to win a Premier League title. Who went down? Everton survived the drop, but it's Bournemouth, Leeds, and Ipswich going down. Man City win the FA Cup. Haven't really been keeping too much of an eye on these competitions, but we lost to West Brom in the round of 16. Man City also win the Carabao Cup. Good year for them. Just a mediocre year all around. It's an okay year for Jayden Dan's first year in the Premier League. Wasn't expecting him to put up championship level numbers. 14 and 7 for Gordon. The thing that gets me excited is their overalls are really good. +1 growth for Kevin. I honestly wanted more out of him. +2 growth for Savage. I've got to go all out though. Cole Palmer, no growth, not a great second half of the year, but I'm excited to see a full season under his belt. We're going to go all out though. Any players that are mediocre, I'm going to look to upgrade to Cole Palmer levels of players if we have the money. Trey and Yoni will be walking away on a free transfer though. I wanted to renew his contract, but he wanted a loan move out. I couldn't get it over the line, so we're saying goodbye to Trey. +2 for Nezovic, no growth for Avia, no growth for Costa, +1 for Montez. This experiment got us a little bit of money, but didn't work out quite the way I expected. My priority to start this season is 2 big upgrades to the center midfield role. I want 2 world-class midfielders. Savage has been decent for us, but we just need to take that next step wherever possible. Player number 1 in, Lamine Camara, joining us from Monaco, just shy of £56 million. I want some players out though before we go in for our new center midfielder. Guillaume Costa, really disappointed in the trajectory of his career, so we're going to sell him to PSV permanently. Luis Avia's time at the club is over, off to Millwall, and the same with Bojan Nazovic. Hull City, 6.1 mil. Still tidy profits off of all these guys. Our second center midfielder has been acquired though. We've gone to the French league once again here. Stade Rennais, Samuel Ricky into the club. Him and Kamara are going to be the new duo of dreams. Feeding it to Cole Palmer, 53 mil. Our midfield is just ridiculous. Cole Palmer, Ricky, and Kamara, but the depth of it is crazy as well. You've got Price, Brunoda, and Savage on the bench, Radoni on the bench as well. I probably didn't need to sign Price last year in hindsight, but I also have the option of selling one of those 4 guys on, or 3 center midfielders on, if we want to make any moves in January. If I was to make any moves, it would be to upgrade the goalkeeper. Santos progressing nicely, but compared to the rest of the squad, definitely a little off the pace. But dude, I want us in Premier League title contention this year. Season 6, I want to see if we can complete this Premier League rebuild with Liverpool. Okay, this is more like it. 1st of January, we sit 3rd in the Premier League. 5 points off of Man City. We have the least amount of losses in the league, but 6 draws is killing us, bro. Absolutely killing us. We get rid of those draws and we're winning the damn league. We're halfway through. I want to make some moves. I want to make some moves and get us as close as possible to winning a Premier League title in season number 6. And for me, I want a superstar goalkeeper. Santos has been decent, but he's stuck at 82. I'm cashing in 28.5 mil to send him to North London, but I'm not done there. I want to sell somebody else and go for one of the world's best goalkeepers. There we go. Nicola Kambagi. He's been solid, but he was taking game time away from Kevin, and it's more money we could put towards a keeper. So it makes sense to cash in on him. He heads to Bilbao, Basque country, breaking their transfer policy, but helping our bank balance. That now gives us £63 million to go find ourselves a new shot stopper. And that results in the signing of the Spaniard, Joan Garcia from Lyon, 52 mil, just shy of 52 mil, 86 overall. That is a monster upgrade. So lads. Last game of the Premier League season, away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. You might see that our results in May, pretty damn good. 2-0 win over Fulham, 3-1 win over Villa, 3-2 win over Burnley. Then you go back to May. Oh my God. 1 drop point, 1 drop game. A draw against Southampton. We beat Chelsea 6-1. We beat Newcastle. You go back to March. 1 game in the entirety of March. We beat Tottenham. We have gone absolutely off in this second half of the season. I wanted to see where we were on the last day of the season after simulating because I thought it might mean maybe top 4 or a title challenge. Nope. We're 5 points clear. 5 points clear of Man City. So on the final day of the season, we can simulate without any pressure because at Old Trafford, look, this is how good the team is. 3-0 at Old Trafford on the final day of the season. And we have taken Liverpool from League 2, losing all of their players, and in 6 seasons have returned them to the promised land. I have relegated, bankrupt, and officially rebuilt Liverpool. What a beautiful sight, ladies and gentlemen. Lads, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, click here to subscribe, and click here to check out another video.